Welcome to the Sabetay Spin Audio Podcast, where New York real estate knowledge meets real results. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sabetay Spin Audio Podcast. I'm Sara, Edify's virtual assistant, and as always, I am here with the man behind the mic and the mind behind the Sabetay Spin, Edward Sabetay, co-founder of Edify Real Estate. We are coming to you from the Edify studio here in New York. Let's jump right into it. OneKey MLS just dropped their April 2026 report. The headline reads, the median sales price is up 5.4% to $680,000. So Ed, when you saw that number, what was your first reaction?
Honestly, my first reaction was the data just confirmed what the street already knew. What I'm seeing out there every single day is exactly that story. Prices aren't just holding, they're actually climbing in many cases.
Right, and that is such a good point because I think a lot of people hear sales are down and automatically assume the market is slowing down. But that is not really the full picture, is it?
That's one of the biggest misconceptions out there right now. Closed sales were actually down 8.5% according to this report. Pending sales, deals that are actually under contract, are up 9%. Buyers are out there, they're making offers, signing contracts. The activity is very much alive. Closed numbers aren't in yet. I would say give it about a month or two and you will see that reflected.
So it is really like a preview of what is coming.
Yeah, pending sales are like a sneak peek into the next chapter of the market. And when you see those numbers up across every single property type, whether it's a single family home, condo, co-ops, I'm beginning to see the buyers I'm working with engaged across the board.
Okay, so let's talk about those property types for a second because the numbers were really interesting. Single family homes are sitting at $760,000, which is up there, but what really caught my attention was condos jumping 9% to $545,000.
Yeah, the current market trends for condos are fascinating. A 9% jump is significant, and what I am seeing is that buyers who are being priced out of the single-family space are shifting towards condos.
Interesting. So let's talk co-ops, which actually dipped a little, down 3% to $290,000. Is that a bad thing, or is there actually an opportunity there?
Absolutely. Co-ops are by far the most accessible entry point into home ownership in the New York metro area. There's that board approval process and financial requirements, but that's exactly where we come in. We actually have a dedicated board package division here at Edify Real Estate, and we walk our clients through the entire process from start to finish, making sure everything is executed in a way that puts our buyers in the best possible light. Our success rate with first-time buyers speak for itself. So for anyone looking to build equity and get into the market, a co-op is a real opportunity that should not be overlooked.
Amazing advice. Let's talk inventory. New listings were up 10%, though overall inventory still dipped. What does all that mean for someone who is out there shopping right now?
So here's the thing. More new listings coming to market is good news for buyers, and I don't want to take anything away from that. More options, more choices, and heading into the summer, that only is going to help. But when you zoom out and look at the bigger inventory picture, we are still well below what a balanced market looks like. The benchmark is 6 months of supply, and we are sitting at 3.8, so we still have a ways to go. Buyers do have a little more breathing room than they did a year ago, and that is real progress. But make no mistake, this is still a seller's market. So if you're out there shopping right now, the mindset has to be know your numbers, know what you want, and when the right home comes along, be ready to move on it. The good ones are not waiting around.
So basically, don't get too comfortable thinking you have all the time in the world.
Exactly. The good numbers are still moving. Sellers who price right are still getting very close to asking. I see it all the time. And I will say the market actually does reward preparation.
Yes, according to this report, Richard Haggerty, the CEO of OneKey MLS, as you mentioned, made a really strong point about sellers who price well, still getting close to asking.
It's honestly everything. Pricing is the most important decision the seller makes. Get it right, and you're looking at strong offers, maybe even multiple offers. Get it wrong, and your home sits. Buyers begin to wonder what is wrong with this house, and you end up negotiating from a weaker position. My advice is always work with someone who really understands the local market, not just the county numbers. Hyper-local data matters, but pricing is both a science and an art when you nail it from day one. Everything else falls into place.
Now I have to ask about this because it really stood out to me. Nationally, the median home price only went up 1.4%. Here in the New York metro, we are up 5.4%. Why do you think New York just keeps outperforming?
You know, New York is just built different, and I mean that literally. There's a limited amount of land here. You cannot just go and build a suburb somewhere. The geography does not allow for it the way it does in other parts of the country. So supply will always be constrained here. Then you layer a massive diverse population, a strong job market, and buyers coming from all over the world. You got a recipe for price resilience that very few markets can match. That 1.4% national number versus our 5.4, that gap tells the whole story.
It really does. Okay, Ed, last question, and I think this is the one everyone really wants to hear. Someone is sitting on the fence right now, maybe thinking about buying, maybe thinking about selling, but just not sure if the timing is right. What do you tell that person?
Yeah, I tell them the same thing I tell everyone. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because in New York real estate, that moment rarely comes. So if you're a buyer, waiting can actually cost you more than you think. And if you are a seller, what can I tell you? Buyers, they're at the table. Demand is strong and the fundamentals are working in your favor. The best thing I can actually tell anyone right now is pick up the phone, have a real conversation with someone who actually knows this market, and put together a plan. Sitting on the sidelines has a cost too, and most people do not realize until it's too late.
Edward, thank you so much. Now, before we wrap up, I want to make sure our listeners know how to find you. Make sure you head over to edifyny.com, because once you get there, you are going to be amazed at how this platform was built from the ground up. And if there is a topic you want us to cover, please reach out and let us know. Subscribe today and keep your pulse on what is happening in New York real estate. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and we will see you on the next episode of the Sabetay Spin.